UFC 254 goes down this Saturday, and it's headlined by a massive fight between two champions, Khabib Nurmagomedov and Justin Gaethje, to crown the undisputed lightweight champion. While in the co-main event, Robert Whittaker and Cannonier clash to determine the next title challenger for champion Israel Adesanya. And when you order UFC 254 pay-per-view on ESPN+, you get a chance to get 1 full year of ESPN Plus subscription for just $20. That means for 1 full year, you can enjoy hundreds of live fights and tons of original shows, which will be exclusively available on ESPN Plus. So do not wait. Sign up for ESPN Plus by clicking the link in the description and order UFC 254 pay-per-view today.
Khabib does have power. I see there's some weight in those hands. He's not like one of those guys that's not going to crack an egg. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're correct. You're correct. People are sleeping on his striking, or Justin is sleeping on his striking. He could get surprised because, like you said, he's a good striker, man. He just sometimes when we do sparring, he just stand up with guys that are really good strikers, and believe it or not, he outstrikes them. So for people that think he can't strike, okay, go ahead. Keep thinking that about it. This guy keeps getting better and better. He's better now than he was for the last camp for Dustin. So if people are looking at that guy, then don't expect that guy, because he keeps improving, buddy. He keeps improving all the time. This is the most I've actually worked with him on one-on-one with the stand-up. I hardly ever work with him that much. You know, this time I work with him more than ever.
What wrestling brings you is a mindset to never quit, ever. Ever. Don't ever quit on yourself. If you quit, you're quitting on yourself, and I refuse to allow that. You know, he hasn't fought somebody that's wrestled their whole life. He hasn't fought somebody that's worked as hard as or as long as he has. And we're the same age. I started at 4 years old. There's no possible way he's been doing this or preparing for this longer than me.
No, it really is amazing what Cannonier has done. I've been bringing that up a lot. I mean, when he was fighting in the UFC, he was still working full time. So now fighting at 185 pounds and still seemingly bringing that same heavyweight kind of knockout power, he's always going to be a threat. And he can certainly knock out someone like a Robert Whittaker, but Whittaker has a ton of experience. I think we shouldn't be surprised if we see Whittaker shoot in and actually try to take Cannonier down. I think that is something that Whittaker always has in his back pocket. Should he want to use that, I think he will. I think he's going to try to mix that in, and I think it's going to be tough for Cannonier to land those same kind of combinations and beat up Whittaker like he's done to other guys at 185 pounds. So this is a step up for him. I like Whittaker here, and I think he'll get a stoppage. Let's go 4th round TKO. I see the fight going to the ground and him landing a lot of shots.
All right, I'll give you round 3 since it's actually a 3-round fight, if that's
okay. Oh, yeah,
isn't it amazing? Well, no, it's funny you say that, though, because I ran into Jared Cannonier in the parking lot of the Holiday Inn Express, and the first thing I said to him after hello and I wish I could look like that when I take my shirt off and all that, I was like, dude, this is 3 rounds. Like, this is going to whip off the clock. He's like, it's going to go fast, man. There's no doubt. Yeah, so, yes, I sort of was thinking of it as a 5-round fight, but it's only 3. So we'll give you Robert Whittaker there by TKO.
So how did you find out that you were getting the shot?
Well, this started back when after I fought Sandhagen. So after I fought Sandhagen, I was told I was the next guy. And then it was like, okay, we're going to get the contract worked on. And then that was postponed all the way until Peter Yan versus Jose Aldo, because Henry Cejudo had retired. And after that, then it was said, okay, you'll get the next shot. And oh yeah, the Marlon Moraes fight versus Jose Aldo too. So all those fights kept happening and they kept pushing it back. Yeah, we're going to do it next week. We're going to do it next week. We're going to do it the following week. Or they'll just code, like just no call, no shows, kind of just ghosting everybody. And then we had Frankie Edgar. And then after that fight, then it was like, okay, he's going to get the next shot. And then once again, we had one last one, Marlon Moraes versus Corey Sandhagen. So once that happened, it kind of just finally gave me the last obstacle that was in the way. So, yeah.
How happy were you? How much were you rooting for Sandhagen in that fight?
I'm not like that to say I hope a guy loses, because obviously it's a very consequential sport where, you lose, it can be very, very bad for your health. And I've never been like that. But if there was one time I was like, I hope it's a boring fight or Sandhagen just wins somehow, some way, it was definitely this one.
You're here, you're waiting for an opponent still though. This is a problem for you now.
Yeah. But I said to Dana White, it doesn't matter for me. Everybody, I'm gonna fight with everybody. So now they have a hard time to find up on.
How many fights did you think you would have to have before you got to the title?
I think now 2 more.
Two more now?
Yeah.
For which title though?
Doesn't matter for me.
No?
We both guy. Maybe some the same day. Both fights.
Yeah.
I want him to see his blood, and I want to see his reaction.
What do you think his reaction will be? I'm putting you on the spot here, but what do you think? How do you think he'll react?
I don't know. I don't think he's as crazy as me. That's the thing. I think he's crazy, and I think he loves competition. But I don't think he's quite as crazy as me. And he hasn't seen his blood very many times, I'm sure. His style of fighting is not something where you are looking for blood, or anything like that.
One thing he told me when I talked to him, I think it was a couple weeks ago, he said that he was looking forward to seeing how you reacted to seeing your own blood. Did you see that? That he was kind of basically saying, I don't know, he's the type of guy who his fights go his way, so when he sees his own blood, how is he going to react to that? What do you think of him wondering that about you?
I think maybe he don't know, but I see a lot of blood, but I never see my blood like inside the cage, but in this life, because I'm living in Dagestan, I see a lot of blood, and I don't think blood gonna stop me, and maybe he wanna put me on new position and watch how I'm gonna react, but smart decision, but we'll see.
Blood.
I don't give a f***.